What is happening, everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Report, your daily dose of the absolute must-know updates shaping our world. The news cycle never sleeps, and neither do we, bringing you the hottest stories as they break. Get ready, because today we've got a packed show that you absolutely cannot afford to miss. From the courts to the headlines, we're diving deep into the developments that everyone will be talking about. Buckle up, because this is your essential briefing. Let's get into it. First up, the Indiana Fever are navigating a challenging period, and a recent roster move signals their strategy amidst significant player absences. We're breaking down who's in, who's out, and what it means for the team's immediate future. This is a crucial update for any fan. Next, the conversation around a certain star player's recovery is heating up, with prominent voices in the sport weighing in on the best path forward. It's a delicate balance between competitive drive and long-term health, and we've got the inside scoop on the advice being given and the impact it has. Also this hour, the wait for a highly anticipated player's return continues, with the latest game's status update confirming she'll miss another crucial matchup. We're looking at the timeline, the team's performance without her, and what the remaining schedule holds. Every game counts. And finally, a teammate is shedding light on the attitude and resilience of an injured star player. Get an inside perspective on how one of the league's most talked-about athletes is handling adversity off the court. This is the real story behind the headlines. Don't go anywhere. Stick around for all the details. And hey, if you're loving this rapid-fire news, make sure you hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join the fastest-growing community out there. You don't want to miss a single update. Fever's roster shuffle amid star absence. The Indiana Fever are currently facing a significant challenge in their season, largely due to the extended absence of their star player, Caitlin Clark. This situation has forced the team to make strategic roster adjustments to maintain competitiveness, with a recent signing highlighting their efforts to fill the void. The team announced on Saturday that they have signed Aerial Powers to a second 7-day hardship contract, a move that underscores the depth of the player absences the Fever are contending with. Clark, in her second season with the Fever, has been a pivotal player, but her availability has been inconsistent. Head coach Stephanie White has been working to integrate her contributions alongside other key players like Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham. However, the team has been hit hard by injuries, not only with Clark missing significant time, but also with season-ending injuries to Cunningham, Ari McDonald, and Sydney Carlson. This has created a challenging environment for the team as they strive to make an impact in the league. Aerial Powers' signing is a direct response to these critical absences, particularly in the backcourt. She has already played 3 games with the Fever, during which the team has secured a 2-1 record. Powers has been contributing to fill the gap left by Clark and her injured replacement, McDonald. In her limited minutes, she has provided support alongside other guards such as Odyssey Sims and Kelsey Mitchell. Across 5 games this season, playing for both the Golden State Valkyries and the Fever, Powers has averaged 3.6 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.4 assists in just 12 minutes per game. While these numbers are modest, her presence is a necessary stopgap for a team struggling with personnel. Caitlin Clark, prior to her recent absences, had been putting up impressive numbers, averaging 16.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 8.8 assists per game. Her performance has been crucial to the team's offensive strategy and overall appeal. The Fever have only 5 regular season games remaining, facing opponents like the Valkyries, Phoenix Mercury, Chicago Sky, Washington Mystics, and Minnesota Lynx. The team's ability to navigate these final games and potentially secure a playoff spot will heavily depend on how well they manage their depleted roster and whether Clark can return to full health. The team's performance with and without Clark, as well as the impact of these hardship signings, will be closely watched as the season progresses. The strategic decisions made now could significantly influence their playoff aspirations and the development of the team moving forward. But what does this mean for the team's playoff hopes? We'll explore the expert opinions on how the Fever are handling this critical juncture. Heal, not hurry, the urgent plea for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark's highly anticipated second WNBA season has been significantly impacted by a series of injuries. turning what was expected to be a period of growth and continued impact into a test of patience for both the player and her team. The Indiana Fever, accustomed to Clark's electrifying presence and offensive prowess, have been forced to adapt, relying on a combination of gritty defense and emergency roster additions to remain competitive. This situation has prompted discussions among WNBA legends who are advocating for a cautious approach to Clark's return, emphasizing the importance of her full recovery. Lisa Leslie, a defining figure in the league, underscored Clark's vital role, stating, "She's the offensive engine of Indiana." Leslie further elaborated on how Clark elevates not only her team but the entire league, a sentiment echoed by her record-breaking rookie season, where she became the first player in WNBA history to achieve a game with 20 points, 15 assists, and 5 rebounds. Her unique skill set, deep shooting range, exceptional court vision, and tempo control transformed the Fever into a must-watch team and a significant draw. However, the current season has presented a different narrative. Clark has faced multiple setbacks, including a quad strain, a groin issue, and most recently, a bone bruise. These injuries have raised concerns about the wisdom of rushing her back into action. WNBA legend Cynthia voiced these concerns directly, acknowledging the player's likely frustration. "I know how frustrating it is for her to want to perform and want to be there for her team and not be able to do it." Cooper's advice was clear, "But I also know how important it is for her to heal. You can't go through a season dipping in, coming out, going in, coming out. Just heal." This sentiment highlights the delicate balance between immediate team needs and the long-term health of a generational talent. The Fever experienced a brief period of success without their star, even winning the Commissioner's Cup. Yet, as the season wore on, the strain became apparent. With a depleted backcourt, head coach Stephanie White has relied on a rotating cast of hardship contract players, including Odyssey Sims, Shea Petty, and most recently, Ariel Powers. While these players have provided valuable minutes, their presence underscores the team's struggle to maintain balance without Clark. Analyst Tony East noted how even key players like Aaliyah Boston have seen their output affected by the constant lineup changes, impacting her rhythm and effectiveness. Clark's pre-injury statistics, averaging 16.5 points, 5 rebounds, and nearly 9 assists in 13 games, demonstrate the void she leaves. Her return, however, necessitates difficult roster decisions, potentially impacting the playing time of the players who have stepped up in her absence. For Cooper, the priority remains Clark's optimal performance. "When we see Caitlin Clark, we want to see the real Caitlin Clark. Let your leg heal so when you come out, you're firing on all cylinders and you're the Caitlin Clark." Leslie concurred, reminding fans of the excitement Clark generates when fully healthy. Both legends believe that rushing her return risks diminishing that spark. The Fever are still in playoff contention, but Clark's long-term health is paramount to their success beyond mere resilience. But what are the latest updates on her game status? We're tracking the Fever's next crucial matchup and Clark's availability. Clark sidelined again as Fever face tough stretch. The anticipation for Caitlin Clark's return to the court continues to build, but the Indiana Fever have officially ruled the WNBA All-Star out for their upcoming Sunday game against the Golden State Valkyries. Clark remains sidelined as she continues to focus on rehabilitation for a right groin injury that has kept her off the court since July 15. This latest development means she will miss yet another critical matchup as the Fever push towards the playoffs. Head coach Stephanie White has outlined the conditions for Clark's return, emphasizing the need for her to participate in multiple practices to regain both endurance and the ability to handle the physical demands of a full game. "I want to see her live in practice," White stated earlier in the week. "I want to see her continue to work to not just build endurance, but to be able to handle contact 94 feet as it's going to be in game, and to be able to do that and to sustain from an endurance standpoint. That's going to take multiple practices to make sure there's no regression." While the coach noted that extensive team practices might not be strictly necessary, indicating that other forms of conditioning and simulated play could suffice, the core requirement remains clear. Clark needs to demonstrate readiness for sustained, high-intensity play. This absence marks a significant number of games missed for the star player. Sunday's game will be the 27th regular season game Clark has sat out this season. Her missed games also include the Commissioner's Cup Championship, the WNBA All-Star Game, and the three-point contest during All-Star Weekend. These are crucial events where her presence would have undoubtedly impacted the team's performance and visibility. Clark's statistics in the games she has played are notable, averaging 16.5 points, 5 rebounds, and 8.8 assists per game over 13 appearances. These numbers highlight the offensive void her absence creates. The Fever have a win-loss record of 8-5 with Clark in the lineup and a respectable 13-13 record without her in the regular season. It's also worth noting that the team managed to win the Commissioner's Cup against the Minnesota Lynx without Clark, showcasing their depth and resilience. Currently, the Fever stand at 21-18, securing the 6th seed in the WNBA standings. They hold a one-game lead over the 8th-seeded Golden State Valkyries, making the upcoming matchup particularly important. The game is scheduled to tip off in San Francisco at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Sunday. The team's ability to maintain their playoff position and potentially improve their seeding will be tested in these final 5 regular season games, especially without their primary offensive catalyst. Beyond the court, how is Clark handling this challenging period? We're getting an inside look from a teammate on her attitude and resilience. Teammate praises Clark's resilience amidst injury. Indiana Fever wing Lexie Hull recently shared candid insights into Caitlin Clark's demeanor and attitude while sidelined by injury, offering a positive perspective on the star guard's resilience. Hull herself has been dealing with the aftermath of a collision during an August 26 game against the Seattle Storm, which resulted in significant facial bruising, including double black eyes. Despite the visible injury, Hull avoided a concussion and was able to continue playing, a testament to her toughness. However, the team's broader injury concerns, most notably Clark's ongoing absence due to a groin injury since July 15, have placed immense pressure on the remaining players. In a recent interview with Mark Medina of Sportskeeda, Hull was asked about Clark's spirits during this difficult period. Hull expressed her admiration for Clark's maturity, stating, "I've been impressed with her maturity through it. It's not easy to go day to day and continue to think, maybe this is my day, maybe it's not. But she continues to come in and be the person that she is. She's funny and a jokester. She brings energy and a light to situations that could be really dark. So I think, more than anything, I'm just proud of her and her resiliency throughout this year. Hopefully, we'll see her back out there." When prompted for specific examples of this positive attitude, Hull elaborated on Clark's consistent presence and engagement with the team, even when not participating in official team activities. "She just continues to show up. Every day she is not in our film sessions, but she comes in and is part of the team and part of the group. She's there. We know she's there. She shows up, makes smiles, and makes jokes. It would be really easy to just come in and do treatment and not be a happy person. But she's a happy person through it all. We're really grateful for that," Hull explained. This highlights Clark's commitment to team morale despite her personal frustration with being unable to play. This report of Clark's unwavering positivity is encouraging, especially considering the challenges she's faced throughout her rookie season, which has been marked by injuries and intense public scrutiny. Her ability to maintain a positive outlook and contribute to the team's atmosphere off the court is a significant aspect of her character and leadership potential. If Clark can return healthy and ready for the WNBA playoffs, her presence, combined with Hull's own determination and the team's collective effort, could help turn what has been an adversity-filled season into a memorable one. This is certainly a positive sign for the team's morale. But how are the Fever managing their roster with these ongoing player absences? And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. We covered the Indiana Fever's roster adjustments amid player absences, heard from legends on the importance of Caitlin Clark's recovery, got the latest on her game status, and got an inside look at her positive attitude from a teammate. Don't forget to like this video if you found it informative, subscribe to the Roger Report for more breaking news, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know your thoughts on these stories in the comments below, And make sure to follow us on all social media platforms for even more exclusive content. We'll catch you next time with more must-know news.